Hello designers, welcome back. Today we are talking about freelancing as a designer on Upwork. If you don't know what Upwork is, it's a platform that connects clients and freelancers. So you can find work for yourself or you can hire other people on Upwork. I will share some tips and tricks that helped me to kickstart my design career on Upwork long time ago. I know it's not easy, I've been there myself, so I hope my knowledge and my experience will help you to start faster. Enough talking, let me show you what Upwork is. So first of all, you start by choosing if you are a client or a freelancer. In our case, we are freelancers, so let's apply as a freelancer. And for this, you need to enter your details, your first and last name, email and password. I will skip this step because it's pretty easy, and let's move on to profile creation. I've been working on Upwork for about 10 years already. You can see my total earnings, total hours, so I know what I'm talking about. The most important things to keep your eye on when creating a profile are your profile picture, your headline, about section, your skills, and probably portfolio. Your profile is your CV on Upwork, so make sure to upload the welcoming profile picture, somewhat where you are smiling, credible person. The next important thing is your headline, and in my case it's expert UX UI designer. For you it might be UI designer, UX designer, whatever you choose. The next thing is about you section. Here you should write a few sentences about yourself, maybe highlight your key skills, the tools you use. Be brief and professional, no one likes to read the long stories, but the key things should be highlighted here. When setting your rate, consider your level of expertise. When I just started, it was about $10 per hour, now you can see it's 70. Remember that you will be competing for jobs with other people, so while your profile has no feedback yet, maybe it's better to decrease your rate a bit so you have a higher chance of getting the job. The next part is your portfolio. I'm not a big fan of how Upwork shows your portfolio, especially for designers, but still it's important to add a few projects because you need the 100% completion of your profile, and portfolio, I think it's not optional, so please add your best projects there, at least 3. That will be enough for beginning. And the last important thing here is skills section. You can add all the skills you have here. And what's really nice about Upwork, you can get certifications for some skills. In my example, I got certification for user experience design and user interface design. To complete the certification, as far as I remember, you need to pass not a super difficult test. So when you are ready, you can try, and this will probably increase your chances of getting the job. Now that your profile is all set up, it's time to navigate to the Upwork marketplace. And for that we go into Find Work section, where you can see a lot of different jobs. If you don't find anything that suits you, you can always use search. Then you can narrow down your search query by different experience level. Let's set to intermediate. You can also set the job type, hourly or fixed price. My favorite one is that the client has payment method verified, because previously I had these situations when clients were new to Upwork and they just disappeared. So I set this one, I set the hourly or fixed price, and then I search for something that I like. For example, this one looks nice, UI UX design for case study page. Let's see what it has. And when you read the job post, when you like it, so now it's time to craft a winning proposal. Remember that finding the right projects is the key to building a successful freelance career. One bad project, especially when you start, can ruin all your future business. So it's crucial to complete the work in a good way, to get your first good feedback. This will help your profile to stand out in further applications. We click Apply Now, And we jump on a submit a proposal page. I select this one because I'm also an agency member. Here you set the hourly rate, check the client's budget for this project, and if your hourly rate is way bigger than the client's budget, this means you probably won't get this job. So for this one we set it to 35, the max that the client can afford. And now it's time to craft your proposal. For this I recommend you to create some sort of template where you say hello, you introduce yourself, say a few words about your experience and why you are a good fit for this project. Then it's crucial to read all the information about this project and craft the rest of the cover letter in a way that it's personalized for this exact project. So the client sees that you read everything, that you understand the project, and you don't just copy-paste the same proposal to tons of clients. I have this template where I say hi, introduce myself, I tell how many years of experience I have, and I promise that collaboration with me will be very smooth. I'm also asking for sharing more information with me. I think this is a good way to tell the client that you are interested in learning more about the project, that you are interested to complete it in the best possible way. After that, I share some links to my website, to my Dribble, and sometimes to my Behance, but I haven't updated it for many years, so not needed anymore. And then I just say that I'm looking forward to meeting the client and discussing the project. One last thing I forgot to mention is that especially when you just start, when you have no feedback, no testimonials on your profile, maybe it's better to go a bit lower than you usually earn, just to get your first review on this platform. Consider applying with the minimal hourly rate. As for me, when I started, I took several fixed price projects for something like $10 to $20. This helped me to get my first testimonials, and after that, when you apply to new projects, clients see that you are a 5-star freelancer. This helps a lot to get new big budget projects. So my recommendation is that start with a smaller fixed price project that you can complete in a day or a week, something like that. Building strong relationships with your clients is crucial for getting positive feedback and for ongoing flow of work. Always communicate clearly with your clients. If you feel that you won't be able to meet the deadlines, say it openly beforehand. Be proactive in providing regular updates and asking for feedback. Remember, happy clients lead to shining reviews and future referrals. And my final message will be: never stop learning and evolving as a designer. Each completed project is a school in itself. Don't forget to save some money from each completed project and invest it in your self-development. Buy some online courses, workshops. All of these will push you forward as a designer, and as a result you will get better projects, better clients, more excitement and more fulfillment with your work in general. Remember, being successful as a freelancer takes time, dedication and love for design. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. I wish you best of luck in your freelancing adventures.